Today on Deer Gear, Cabela's Wildlife and Land Management gives us a tip on trimming heavy vegetation. We get a glimpse of the new Stubby from Bubba Blade. And finally, we talk about Herder's ammunition and go on a hunt with Nick Evans from Cabela's. All that and more coming up on Deer Gear.
Now it's early July, and about 2 weeks ago we received some really heavy rains, and it's made this habitat and grass and forbs really just come up flush and grow a lot. What I want to do today is a little bit of maintenance projects on some of this habitat to really stimulate it to grow and continue on through August. So let me show you how it's done and what we're going to work with. Now let me tell you what we're working with here. Now this is an area that was cleared off by the landowner roughly about 6 months ago, so we still have some brush piles out here, but what we have after this rain is a really heavy flush of vegetation. Now we've got everything from ragweed, we've got silverleaf nightshade, we've got huisatch out here, we still got some whitebrush, we've got Texas persimmon, we've got a little bit of hackberry out here. So what I want to do is kind of come in here and clean up this in specific areas, mow some of it down and leave some of it. That'll allow for the deer, having that fresh forb growth will give them something to eat on, which will be high in protein and get them through that antler growing season, plus tending to those fawns. And that's really going to be a benefit for when Whitetail Diary starts hunting this property. These animals are going to be in great shape, they have plenty of food, it's going to be easy hunting, and we'll have a good time. Now what I don't want to do on this is make it look like a really nice manicured yard. I want to keep it as natural or as natural looking as possible. And the way to do that is I'll do a mosaic type cut, which will look like a bad haircut by the time I'm done, but it'll be more natural. Some of this will be tall, some of this will be down. Quail can come into the openings, go out and hide in the cover. Deer can come in and easily get to these forbs. So once it's done, it's going to look a little ragged, but it'll work perfect for wildlife. Well, that gets it done for this project. As you can tell, it is, like I said, a bad haircut. I've got vegetation that's anywhere from 10 to 12 inches tall, right next to vegetation that's 2 inches tall. Now that allows those birds, such as dove and quail, to have access to cover to hide in, plus to jump out there and feed and get those seeds and get those insects. Now for deer, they've got tall forbs to feed on, and they've got freshly grown forbs to feed on, which is going to be high in protein. Running over that brush, once again, the guaycon, the Grand Haino, the lote bush, it's now actively growing, which those leaves are going to be fresh in protein and highly digestible. So we really have a natural food plot. All we had to do was have God put the rain on it. It grew, we mowed it to stimulate it to grow more, and we got exactly what we need.
Go to Cabela's.com/WLM for more info about wildlife and land management and go more in depth with all the tractors, implements, and products that Cabela's has to offer.
I would like to give you some helpful tips to getting your deer started on the Purina Antler Max mineral. Placement of the mineral site is very important. You want to place it near a deer trail, water source, a protein feeder, or the edge of a food plot. These are areas where the deer are coming to for food or water. At first, mix the mineral into the soil with corn to attract them to the site and teach them how to get on the product. Then, gradually reduce the amount of corn being mixed with the product and replenish this site with additional mineral as the deer start to use this location. Also, it's best to minimize your travel near these mineral sites so you don't disturb the area. Now, if you want to learn more about this Purina Antler Max mineral, visit our website at antlermax.com.
The new Cabela's Instigator bow by Bowtech is a bow that really caught my attention. You know, the folks at Cabela's called me and said, hey look, we want to ship one down to the store, come in, get it set up, which I did, and it's always a treat to go into the Cabela's store there and work with the guys. I mean, They rigged the bow up, we went and made some changes, went and shot it, went and made some more changes. And when I left there, just like anybody else could expect, I was dialed in to be able to go home and now really set up and finish my bow. And that Instigator, the way it sets up, is a great bow for not only a first timer, but also a seasoned archer. I mean, you can set this bow from 35 to 65 pounds. It's got a adjustable draw length up to 29 inches, so it makes it a great bow for somebody that's starting out that wants to grow into this bow and shoot it for a long time. And it also makes a good bow for a guy like me that's a seasoned hunter and archer who's had success with them. It's very lightweight, will make a good bow to pack in. I chose to hunt with it here on opening weekend up in a tall tree because I knew it was going to be a small, compact bow that I'd be able to maneuver in some fairly tight places because I knew my shots were going to be at some crazy angles. And with that lightweight bow, I knew that I'd be able to maneuver myself into position to be able to get a shot very easily. So this new Cabela's Instigator bow, it's going to be a bow you're going to see in my hand on a couple more hunts upcoming.
Deer Gear is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Bradley Smoker. And by Zippo Outdoor.
The Yamaha Viking, and introducing the all-new Viking 6. The hardest working, most off-road capable side-by-sides in America. Built for the hardest working people on earth. You.
Julie Goloski, Smith & Wesson Consumer Program Manager and World Champion Shooter.
Joe Zanetti, Smith & Wesson Finishing Specialist and lifelong hunter.
Jim Dalton, Smith & Wesson Master Gunsmith. I shoot competitively, and so does my son.
Our people, our products, our passion. Smith & Wesson.
What if there was a camera that went where you went and shot what you shot? An action camera so easy to use you can concentrate on your hunt, not the hunt for the record button. A camera that let you add dimensions to your video, like speed, altitude, or even your heart rate, just before you let it fly. Life, camera, action. The Verb Elite HD Action Camera from Garmin.
For camping, fishing, hunting, or anything outdoors, bring along Arctic Ice. Simply freeze these versatile cooler packs and they're ready to keep your food and drinks cold throughout your outing. Arctic Ice can maintain in a cooler 60% longer than the equal weight of regular ice, and with no more mess or soggy food. Arctic Ice is clean and easy. Alaskan Series can maintain a sub 40 degree cooler for days, and the Tundra Series can keep game frozen till it gets home. Preserve an Arctic refuge in your cooler. Choose Arctic Ice.
You know, food plot setups are something that, you know, they just don't happen. You have to go in and plan them. You've got to spend some time, you know, whether you're studying your, you know, Garmin handhelds to find out where exactly to set it up, whether you're looking at you know, old land maps, old whatever it may be to go out and find the best place, or you're spending time on foot getting in and digging around to find these locations. And for us, it's about trying to take a location and make it better. And when it comes to a food plot, you know, that's very simple. You're gonna need a way to work and manage and take care of that property. And in that case, we'll take our tractors out and really get out there and do some work. You know, we're gonna constantly do this on a year-round basis based on what we need to do to get the most out of that particular piece of property. But we'll also do some things in and around the same area to maximize it. We may have an on-demand feeder off the side. We may have a timered corn feeder over here. But one thing you can always bet on is once we get that area set up, we're gonna set some hunting locations up right next to it, whether it's a ground blind, a pop-up, or a tripod. But regardless of what we do, taking a piece of property and managing your food plots will be something that will pay off not only in how much game you see, but also increase the value of your property. So spending time building those food plots and getting them prepared will pay off in a lot of different ways. A food plot, to me, it creates a lot of opportunities. It will create locations where you can see a lot of game. It's going to create a happy habitat, for lack of a better word. It's a buffet line out there for all sorts of wildlife, whether it's your turkeys, your wild game, you know, your big deer, whatever it may be. It's going to draw things into an area because it becomes a food source. It becomes a place that they're going to congregate in all different times of the year. And when it comes to our planning for a food plot, there's a lot that goes into it. We want to take and really study our soil to make sure we're building it in the right location. Then we want to come in and turn it over and manipulate it. And as it goes through the whole process, we really want to make sure we're doing what it takes to be successful. And that's where the Cabela's Wildlife Management Team really, you know, helps a lot of different landowners out there. They're a great and valuable source of not only tips, but also great information for specific areas out there so that a landowner that's getting ready to do a lot of these things can get the right tools. He can get the right implements for his tractor. He can get the right advice so that when it comes time to build that food plot, they've got a great chance for success that's going to provide years and years of enjoyment for the landowner.
When you're in the outdoors, you always need some sort of tool to get the job done. Wade Middleton has just the gear you need in a segment we call Tools of the Field.
You know, being able to find tools out in the field that are adequate to do the job is something that's very important. And sometimes you can't haul, you know, everything in your toolbox out there to work on what you're doing. Sometimes you need to go lighter. You need to be able to condense down, and that's why having a tool such as the 4-in-1 Woodsman is so important, because it's going to allow you to do a lot of different things. Say you got to saw something, say you got to, you know, hammer something in the ground, say you need to pull a stake out from a pop-up blind or your campsite, or you simply need to be able to tear something down with a saw. I mean, that is some of the most important things out there, is having a tool, be able to fit the job, and a 4-in-1 Zippo Woodsman does that for us. You know, I want something that's going to be very functional, very capable, and very durable. And the Zippo 4-in-1 Woodsman has all those things built right into it. I can easily change it from a saw by taking the saw blade out of the handle, a couple of quick twists of my fingers, and I've got a big saw to be able to tackle large jobs. I can reverse that process, take the cutter off, and I've got an axe to be able to knock down a lot of other things. On the flip side of that, I've got a hammer, whether I'm driving in nails or tent stakes or stakes from a pop-up blind. And I also can pull those same stakes out with just a quick pull and a jerk on the other side. Other things that we've been able to find usages for, hey, we've even used the Zippo 4-in-1 to assist in our field dressing and processing game by using it to saw off legs or break open a big elk or something when we're trying to get in there to breast them out. So the Zippo 4-in-1 Woodsman, it's a unique tool that doesn't take up a lot of space, but provides great assets when you head to the field. We use the lantern around the camp for a lot of different situations. I mean, we're on a generator power out at the camp, and when it comes time to go gas it up or check on it, it's easy to grab that lantern by your nightstand, walk through the dark, turn it on, and be able to tell, you know, what's going on around it. You might have to fix it, you might need to gas it up. It just, whatever you need it to do, you want to be well lit.
Like what you see on Deer Gear? Win products and gift cards simply by liking us on Facebook at Deer Gear TV. You'll get up-to-date info on all our featured gear and the inside scoop on upcoming giveaways. Just visit facebook.com/DeerGearTV. Deer Gear is brought to you by Thompson Center, America's master gun makers. Angle Coolers, a legend in reliability. 10-Point Crossbow Technologies. There is no substitute.
Zippo hand warmers. 12-hour, reusable, indisposable furnaces that keep you fishing longer. Because cold hands bite.
Experience Hi-Viz, a brighter sight picture than standard sights, giving you an immediate, more successful shooting performance. Hi-Viz lets you see a dramatic contrast between the target and the barrel for a more intuitive aim that delivers instant results. Our light pipes come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, designed to be seen in a variety of conditions. With our broad line of sights, you'll see your marksmanship dramatically improve, bringing more fun and confidence into every shooting experience. Shoot more accurately. Enjoy the sport. Choose Hi-Viz.
When you change the game, you make the rules. Introducing the all-new Vapor from 10 Point, the most technologically advanced crossbow ever created. 10 Point, there is no substitute.
After your next successful deer hunt, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes for venison with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the hunt at BradleySmoker.com. Since 1976, Delta Ag has been an industry leader in plant health and nutrition. With our innovative concept and chemistry, Delta Ag produces healthier crops and improves yields. We formulate biostimulants and micronutrients designed to improve fertilizer efficiency and increase crop response to nutrients. Make your fertilizer go further with reliable products that work. Grow healthier crops from the ground up with versatile low-rate products. Delta Ag, improving plant performance.
When I'm not hunting, I'm thinking about hunting. It's on my mind because it's in my blood. When the hunt calls, my TC Venture points the way. Accurate, reliable, proven. Until there's no more ground to cover and no more stories to tell. When you're a TC Venture hunter, the hunt never ends.
You know the old Bubba Blade? It's such an incredible knife. It's very durable and very sturdy to handle basically any job. Whether you're cleaning a tuna, whether you're cutting iceberg lettuce in the kitchen, or you're trying to field dress an animal. No matter what model that you've got in your hand out there, the Stubby, the Chubby, the Woody, whatever it may be, and there's many other ones out there, you know when you grab a Bubba Blade, you've got a great handle. It's not gonna slip, it's easy to use, incredibly sharp, and it's gonna be able to handle any job you've got from small to big. The Stubby is one that you're going to see us use a lot in field dressing coming up. It's an easy to use knife blade. It's not too big, but it's not too small. It's very strong, so it's going to be able to handle a lot of the tasks that we're going to be looking for it to be able to handle, but it's got an incredibly sharp knife point on it that's going to allow you to skin and field dress any task that you've got coming up. So look for the Stubby by Bubba Blade. We think it's going to be a knife that you're always going to want to have in your backpack when it comes time to field dress your next harvest. You know, deer hunting for some people, it's a one-day adventure a year. You know, they go to the family farm, hang out, and have success, and it's about being out there. For other people, it's a year-long obsession. And, you know, I definitely fall on the far right of the year-long obsession, and most of our crew does as well. You know, we enjoy getting out to our properties and working on it all year long. I mean, what better therapy is there to get away from the desk and get away from the business world than to head out to your ranch, your family farm, your hunting lease, whatever it may be, and spending some time cultivating the future and managing your game, because that's what you're doing when you're out there in the middle of the summer when it's 100 degrees and you're sweating and everything, and you're putting up a new stand, or you're setting up and creating a new food plot, or you're building a place for animals to come water, or you're managing your feeding program. I mean, those things are so rewarding because over time you begin to see the fruits of your labor that happen out there. You know, I look at certain properties that we've been working on that, you know, for over 5 years, and you look back at not only the antlers that we were harvesting, but their body size and how it's really increased. And that's because we put a lot of effort in there creating food source programs, whether it be a free choice protein, a timer feeder, or a food plot. You know, we're always out there looking to create new senderos, making new blinds. We're putting up scouting cameras at all sorts of locations so we can get an accurate game census of what's going on. There's just so many different things out there that we're always accomplishing, and it really allows us to be able to put our tools that we're using to the test, to be able to provide feedback to our partners that are out there. But really, honestly, more than anything, it allows us to get away from that desk, spend time in the outdoors, and really see the fruits of those labor when deer season opens up.
Featuring top-of-the-line weight-shedding technology and our compact XLT bow assembly, the affordable Shadow Ultralight is the lightest crossbow we've ever created. This easy-to-handle, heavy-hitting crossbow is yet another response to consumers' growing demand for more compact, lighter, and quieter crossbows. The Shadow Ultralight's primary innovation is a 19.6-inch carbon-injected polymer barrel fitted with a 4-inch bullpup trigger and 5.5-ounce trigger housing, which dramatically reduces the total bow weight to a mere 6.4 pounds. The barrel and trigger assembly is embedded in the company's functionally superior bullpup stock, using rubber inserts and dual-purpose rubber safety wings to reduce noise and vibration, while keeping the shooter's foregrip hand safely below the flight deck. In addition, the buttstock features strategically placed cutouts to reduce weight and improve balance, and its ergonomic design is configured with optimal comb height and length of pull. Like all 10-point XLT models, the 180-pound Shadow Ultralight measures a compact 13.5 inches from axle to axle when cocked. Its machined riser is fitted with tactical jet black 11-inch isotaper limbs, MRX cams, D75 string and cables, and detachable lightweight coated aluminum foot stirrup. Measuring just 34.4 inches long, the Shadow Ultralight shoots up to a blistering 350 feet per second with our Pro Light arrow. The crossbow comes standard with 10 points 3-power ProView 2-scope and either of 10 points patented automated cocking units, the AccuDraw or the AccuDraw 50. Like all 10-point crossbows, this model comes with its patented 3.5-pound power touch trigger, ambidextrous safety, and our patented dry fire inhibitor. These components fit in a carbon-injected polymer trigger housing and provide you with the lightest, safest, and most dependable trigger assembly available in our industry. The Shadow Ultralight is sold as a package, which includes the scope, cocking mechanism, quiver, and arrows. It's pre-sighted at the factory and ready to take you hunting.
Deer Gear is brought to you by Frog Talks, Stop the Rain, Delta Ag, improving plant performance, and Smith & Wesson, made in the USA since 1952.
Since 1996, Frog Togs outerwear have kept outdoorsmen warm and dry, even in the worst of conditions. Now, Frog Togs have expanded beyond hunting and fishing markets and revolutionized the industry with their patented fabric system. Frog Togs are extremely lightweight and portable. They pack easily in your car, boat, RV, and even on your motorcycle. Best of all, Frog Togs are 100% waterproof and windproof, and yet extremely breathable. Check us out online at frogtogs.com. Frog Togs, stop the rain.
Stealth Cam gives you the edge on the most elusive bucks. Capture high-res stills, HD audio and video, or time-lapse imagery. Nothing escapes our sub-1 second trigger with our advanced multi-zone detection grid. With our energy-efficient design, one set of batteries will last up to a full year. Retina low-light sensitivity captures stunning nighttime imagery out to 100 feet. Get all the latest technology in our new G series of scouting cameras. The next generation of Stealth Cam has arrived, delivering technologies you need every hunting season.
After all my years of searching, I finally busted the myth of the Yeti! The Engel High Performance Cooler, it's incredible! Just look at this lid, what a powerhouse! It's so freaking strong, so reliable, I just wanna boom! This silicone gasket's better than rubber!
Why, hello there. Are your base and sidewalls way thicker for superior insulation?
Oh, yes! After 10 days, still cold, still fresh. Let's see a Yeti do that. With Engel coolers, it's official. The Yeti is busted.
When you change the game, you make the rules. Introducing the all-new Stealth SS from 10 Point, the most compact crossbow we've ever created. 10 Point, there is no substitute.
After your next successful hog hunt, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes dedicated to pork with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the hunt at BradleySmoker.com.
For an efficient way to break down your next buck or doe, the Bubba Blade can't be beat. As a field knife, the Bubba Blade performs well, easily breaking down game on the spot. Paul F. Taylor, long-range expert with 14 big game animals qualified for the record books, has more to say.
Just took that right off. You've got your pistol grip here for your trigger finger. Fits right in there so you're not going to slip. You have a Teflon blade. No meat's going to stick to that. That surface is absolutely repels anything from sticking to it. It's a real easy cleanup.
In the kitchen, the knife does just as well, slicing through steaks with ease. Whether your meat is fresh shot in the field or picked up from the supermarket, the Bubba Blade is able to get the job done. Hard meats, such as summer sausage, were sliced just as easy as a soft and juicy brisket, and the Bubba Blade makes slicing ribs simple. For more information about the Bubba Blade, check out BubbaBlade.com.
Ammunition is one of those topics that'll definitely set off a lot of debates around the hunting camp. You know, that and what caliber to shoot is something that's gonna stir the pot. You wanna get everybody talking around a deer campfire, ask them what they shoot and tell them that they're wrong. You like to shoot this, but I can tell you there's some things out there, in my opinion, that I have found that hold true across the board. Shooting a quality ammo is really going to pay off a lot for you. We shoot a lot of Herter's ammunition in our camp, and the reason why is it groups great right out of the box. It's something that's a proven commodity. You know, there's a lot of different great brands out there. It's just what we have found that works good for us. You know, straight out of the box with a wide range of calibers that are available are going to be something that we like to look for when it comes time to be able to get a particular set of ammo out there. I don't like to mix and match. I don't want to change. I don't want to change bullet weights. I want to find something that's consistent and works for us. We spend a lot of time down at the range practicing, shooting, and things along those lines so that we know we've got exactly what we need every time we pull the trigger. We know exactly where that bullet's going to hit.
Herter's ammunition has been renowned for its reliable accuracy and being affordable. Herter's is made using high-quality powders, bullets, and primers to ensure consistent feeding and hard-hitting accuracy. Herter's select-grade rifle ammo is available in a large selection of centerfire calibers. Find Herter's ammo at your nearest Cabela's and online at Cabela's.com. Nick Evans of Cabela's has been given the opportunity to go out and use Herter's ammunition on a whitetail hunt. Let's join him now. Nick has been seeing deer all morning, but hasn't found one that he likes. Until a deer he spotted on the previous day comes into view.
Breathe again. That's awesome. Excited, man. He was a good one to take.
Like what you see on Deer Gear? Win products and gift cards simply by liking us on Facebook at Deer Gear TV. You'll get up-to-date info on all our featured gear and the inside scoop on upcoming giveaways. Just visit facebook.com/DeerGearTV.